Hello everybody, back here again for a vlog a day, and today is Tuesday the 5th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, fairly decent time frame, got up and around, got out with the dogs, got them outside, jumped in the hot tub for a little bit, and basically chilled out there. Wife got up and around, she headed off to work, and I don't know, I was not sure how the morning was going to go. Had crew saying they're going to be here to start forming up my garage to pour my slab to build my shed slash garage, whatever you want to call it, on workshop, whatever you want to call it. And I was told first thing Tuesday morning. Well, first thing Tuesday morning could be 6:30 or it could be 10 a.m. A lot of people have different ideas of what first thing means, and these guys came a lot closer to the second than they did the first. But I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to take off. I didn't want to get out on my run. I had to go talk to my insurance company, some of the things I got to do. But I wanted to be here when the guys get here so I can verify exactly what I need to be. We can discuss what needs to be done and what I want from this and all this whole fun stuff. So I was basically sitting around waiting for a long time. So yeah, I was just chilling out. Got a couple things taken care of, nothing too major, but got a couple things taken care of, and did jump in the hot tub, got my soak on, and then got out of there, and then hung up dogs, got them fed, and just waiting around, and a lot of just doing nothing, because like I said, I didn't want to start any projects or nothing, and then have to, figure them out, and wasn't sure how I was going to go. I did take another panel. I secured up my little temporary fence I put up when I built my pool. I had the gate open, moving dirt and stuff in and all that kind of thing, and had a kid help me level all that sand, shovel it all in my truck and all that good fun stuff. Actually, it was his truck, to be honest. It was his truck we used that day, but we had the sand in that, and you had to be able to back truck in, and I had built a temporary fence. Secondary, I wanted to be able to keep the dogs away from the neighbor's fence where it was not doubled up. Part of the neighbor's fence has a double fence in it, part of it does not, and this is one of the areas I don't want to keep dogs away, because the neighbor that was renting that house before had some aggressive dogs that kept trying to break in through my fence and done it twice. Had literally had their whole head inside my fence. Luckily, I only got one board off and couldn't get their body through it as I got there and started kicking them in the face to push them away. So yeah, luckily I had the secondary fence, so it all worked out in the long run, and they are now gone, so they're not going to worry about there again. But it's all fun and games. So went ahead and checked that fence one last time to make sure, because once I tear down that fence, that's the only line of defense I have against escape, and the escape terrifies the shit out of me with dogs getting in the way and getting loose and getting hurt and all that stuff with my business. So yeah, got that whole thing going on. So went ahead from there, got a couple other things done. The guys finally showed up and basically got there, talked about where we're going to be. So I went out to the gate, got the big gate open for them, went and told them, hey, this is where we're starting, that's what we're doing, and they were cool with it. Everything was good. They asked for another fence. I said, it just goes away. Actually, it was funny. I was giving shit on a few different things, and I was like, he goes, what about the fence? I said, just form around it. I want to keep the fence up until the garage is finished. And he's like, what? Because it goes right to the damn fence, like clearly right to the fence. And he's like, huh? I go, I'm just kidding. I said, tear it down, throw it in the corner. I don't care. So we were doing a couple of little deals. Dogs were hearing people in the yard, so of course they're inside barking off and on. So I had to go play with that thing. And then I basically spent the rest of the morning-ish part watching these guys run skid steer, but measure off and paint off a few little areas. Talked about the fact I wanted as high as I could get, so basically ground level up top, because my yard slopes in. I wanted it ground level on top and then level across to bring in all the extra dirt that I had, because he said I needed at least 2 truckloads, maybe 3 loads of dirt, and I got about 2.5 loads of dirt, and he wanted $900 a load, which is fine price for whatever garbage dirt shows up. I got some really good top dirt I got for free, so I ended up saving about $1,800 to $2,000 that I saved. But while it was being saved, I literally had to watch grass just grow up a giant mound of dirt in my front yard for the months it's been sitting there waiting for it to get done. So, but that finally all got scraped away, got back filled in, and was able to fill it in with just that dirt alone. So we were good to go. So I was like, yeah, that saved me a shit ton of money. Also saved me the hassle of having to wait for them to get another load of dirt delivered, which would have taken how long? Who knows? So yeah, we chatted out there off and on. Ended up, they were like staring down the road from me towards the south. I was like, what the hell? So got him so damn. Everybody's like stopped working and staring at shit. There was cops down there, and I walked up. I'm like, what the hell? I said, what the hell? The fence. Is that Popo? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, let the green go talk to him. Like, what the hell? So I went over and checked, and there was a lady got pulled over for doing something stupid, but it was a couple houses down, not us. Didn't have anything to do with us at all. So then I think she got pulled over for driving like a bat out of hell. Says that car drives through here 60 mile an hour all the time, and it's 30 mile an hour zone. So yeah, she went ahead and did that, and they got back to work. They headed out, had to do some stuff. I assume took a break, came back, wrapped up their last little bit of stuff, and then headed out, taped the permitting to the post, and they were out of there. So it's all formed up. All we got left to do is get that signed off on. Once they sign off on it, they're happy with the location. We got to dig footings and spray for bugs and plastic and rebar and all that bullshit. But no idea when that'll be. Nobody told me if that's 2 days or 2 months from now. Who knows? So yeah, we're waiting on that whole process and going from there. So other than that, hung out the dogs, and I kept going and checking the fence all the time because it makes me nervous that I don't have my secondary fence up there. So definitely not the biggest fan of that concept, but it is what it is. So yeah, went ahead, hung out the dogs. Got pretty hot at one point. We was inside off and on, and then came time to get my run in. So I went and got my run done, separate the dogs out because they sometimes get to playing a little rough, or as little as the one dog is, he gets really ornery, and the big dog I'm afraid is going to stomp on him. So I have to keep them separated when I'm not there to help break them up if it gets carried away. So separate them out, headed out for my run, and basically got my miles in, got back from my run, grabbed myself a shower, and then chilled out a little bit with my bride, talking to her. She got home from work, and I told her, I'm like, hey, by the time I get back, I'm eating leftovers, so that there's not enough for you, it's just not for me, so eat whenever you want to. So she went ahead and ate while I was on my run, and got back, grabbed my shower, and I made myself some tater tots and leftover sloppy joes, and then I chucked it into the air fryer. Tater tots are about done. Sloppy joe was about done, heated in the microwave. Threw in some mozzarella and some sloppy joe on top of my tater tots, chucked it back in the air fryer, and had a nice little melty mess, and it turned out to be pretty good. So wish I had a little more meat, sloppy joe in there. Is a little too much, not enough sloppy joe for the amount of tater tots I had, but it all worked out in the long run. It's all good. So but yeah, chilled out there, had a nice little meal. We watched another episode of Love on the Spectrum, and then I headed back outside of the dogs and constantly worried all evening long that fence wasn't going to hold up, and it's all fun. So, but the good thing is we got a bunch of rain, which I was like, oh shit, it's going to wash away some of my dirt and all that good fun stuff, but it won't know that till morning once the sun comes up and I can go out and look at it, because it rained pretty hard. Not too bad, but it rained pretty good. So hopefully a bunch of my dirt work didn't wash away, and we will be fine. It will not be a problem. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Headed back in, watched the episode of Frasier, my bride, got the dogs all settled in, and wrapped it up and called it a day. So that's all I got for right now. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.